Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're diving into something that's got everyone talking Nagano Tonic.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
It's this elixir, claiming to be a weight loss wonder, energy booster, and even an anti-aging powerhouse.
Wow.
All thanks to a blend of ingredients used in traditional Asian medicine. Pretty intriguing, right?
Definitely intriguing. The combination of traditional and modern ingredients caught my eye, and those bold claims always warrant a closer look.
Exactly. And, our listeners are all about cutting through the hype and getting to the facts. So they want to know, does this tonic really work, or is it just clever marketing?
Right. Well, let's dive into their website and see what we can find.
Okay, so first things first. What exactly is Nagano Tonic promising?
Well, they're really emphasizing rapid weight loss. They're promising increased metabolism, a surge in energy levels, and even, wait for it, a libido boost.
Wow, they're going all out.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to be working. They say it's a bestseller in both America and Europe.
That's right. And they even highlight their positive sales figures and the lack of return requests. So people seem to be happy with the product.
Interesting. Okay, let's talk ingredients. They've got some pretty unique ones listed, like camu camu, mangosteen, and momordica charantia. Not exactly things you find at your local grocery store, right?
Definitely not. And they're really playing up the superfood angle with camu camu. Their website claims it can activate your metabolism and provide a natural energy boost.
Sounds pretty powerful.
Huh.
And then there's the EGCG from green tea. They highlight its long history of use in Asia, particularly for revitalizing well-being and boosting metabolism.
Yes, and green tea has definitely been extensively studied. There is research suggesting some potential health benefits, although it's always important to remember that traditional use doesn't automatically mean it's effective.
Good point.
Yeah.
Okay, next on the list is Panax ginseng, which they say has been used for thousands of years in traditional medicine. They're highlighting its potential benefits for gut bacteria, brain function metabolism, and weight loss.
It's interesting how they're tapping into the growing focus on brain health and its connection to weight loss.
Totally. And then we have ashwagandha, which they're promoting as an adaptogen to help manage stress and potentially boost metabolism and libido.
Right, ashwagandha is definitely having a moment right now.
Yeah.
It's touted for its ability to help us cope with the stresses of modern life.
It seems like they've thought of everything. They even include a proprietary blend of 8 super antioxidants, including ingredients like morning rice and mint.
And antioxidants are definitely important for overall health. They help combat oxidative stress, which can contribute to a variety of health issues.
Exactly. And they claim that this blend creates a powerful synergistic effect, leading to a turbocharged metabolism.
Now, the concept of food synergy is really interesting. It's the idea that certain food combinations can actually enhance nutrient absorption and provide greater benefits than the individual ingredients alone.
It's like 1 + 1 = 3.
Exactly, and that's what they're suggesting is happening with this blend of ingredients.
So far, so good. But we need to look beyond the marketing and see what the science says. Do they have any research to back up these claims?
Let's move on to that now. They actually reference a number of studies on their website, so let's take a closer look at what those studies actually found. Okay, let's start with camu camu. The website mentions a study suggesting its potential role in weight management by influencing gut bacteria.
Interesting. So it's playing into that whole gut health thing we were talking about.
Exactly. It's definitely a growing area of research, and this study provides an interesting starting point. They also highlight a 2008 study that looked at camu camu's potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties.
Okay, so it seems like camu camu has some potential benefits. But what about their weight loss claims?
Well, that's where more research is needed. This particular study doesn't directly link those properties to the specific weight loss claims they're making.
Okay, got it. So promising, but more data is needed. What about the EGCG from green tea? They really seem to be pushing its role in boosting metabolism and revitalizing well-being.
Yeah, they do, and there's good reason for that. There's tons of research on green tea, and some studies do suggest that it can have a positive impact on metabolism. They specifically mention a 2016 study that found people taking high doses of green tea extract lost more weight than those on a placebo.
That's pretty compelling.
Yeah.
But how much EGCG is actually in Nagano Tonic? Is it enough to make a difference?
That's the question. The study they cited used a very high dose of EGCG, and it's unclear if the amount in Nagano Tonic would lead to the same results. It's definitely important to keep that in mind.
Okay, so dosage matters. What about Panax ginseng? What does the research say about its potential benefits for gut health, metabolism, and weight loss?
Well, they cite a 2014 study on Korean women that suggests a possible link between Panax ginseng consumption and positive changes in gut bacteria composition.
Interesting. And remember, they also made claims about Panax ginseng's ability to boost libido. Any research on that?
They do. They reference a 2010 study that investigated the effects of Korean red ginseng on sexual function in menopausal women. It's interesting how they're targeting different demographics with their research.
Yeah, it is. And did that study show any positive results?
It did. The study found positive effects in this specific population group, which is pretty interesting.
Okay, so there's some evidence to support those claims, at least for certain groups.
Yeah.
What about Momordica charantia? I'm not familiar with that one.
It's not as common of an ingredient, but they highlight its potential metabolism-boosting benefits and its ability to help the body convert carbs into energy instead of storing them as fat.
Sounds impressive. What kind of research did they cite for that?
They reference a 2013 journal article that focused on the potential anti-diabetic effects of Momordica charantia. It's important to note that while this research is promising, more studies are needed to specifically look at its impact on weight loss and metabolism.
Okay, so more research is needed there too. What about ashwagandha, that trendy adaptogen they were talking about? They claimed it could help manage stress, boost metabolism, and even improve libido.
Right, and they actually cite a couple of interesting studies to support those claims. One 2017 study investigated using ashwagandha extract for weight management in adults experiencing chronic stress.
Oh, wow. So they're really targeting people who are struggling with stress eating.
Exactly. And the study found that participants in the ashwagandha group experienced both reductions in stress levels and body weight compared to the placebo group.
That's amazing. So it actually helped them manage their stress and lose weight.
That's what the study suggests. They also mention a 2019 study that looked at the adaptogenic and anxiolytic effects of ashwagandha. This study suggests ashwagandha may help reduce anxiety and improve sleep quality in adults.
Wow, that's really impressive. So it's not just about weight loss, it's about overall well-being.
Exactly. And better sleep and anxiety can definitely contribute to healthier habits, which in turn can support weight management.
It all ties together. Okay, so they've provided some research for ashwagandha, but what about the other ingredients like that super antioxidant blend and the inulin?
They do. They reference studies on ashwagandha's potential benefits for weight loss and metabolic health with positive results. And for inulin, they point to research suggesting its role in promoting feelings of fullness, which could potentially help with weight reduction.
Okay, so it seems like they've done their homework and provided at least some scientific backing for many of their ingredients. But do they have any research to support the claim that this specific combination of ingredients will create a turbocharged metabolism and effortless weight loss?
That's the big question, and that's where it gets kind of tricky. While the individual ingredients might have some scientific backing, there's no concrete evidence to prove that this specific combination in these specific quantities will lead to the dramatic results they're claiming.
Right. It's one thing to say that green tea can boost metabolism, but it's another thing to say that this particular tonic with all of its ingredients will have that same effect.
Exactly, and that brings us back to the synergistic effect they keep emphasizing. It's a fascinating concept, but more research is needed to understand how it applies to this specific product.
So while the individual ingredients might have some merit, the jury is still out on whether the combination lives up to the hype. What about those glowing testimonials they have on their website? Do those offer any insights?
Let's look at those now. They definitely paint a pretty compelling picture of the product's potential.
Yeah, they do. They've got stories from people like Claire from Ohio. She lost weight and had fewer cravings. And Mike from Michigan saw immediate results in his weight loss journey. And then there's Hazel from Virginia, who reached her goal weight in time for her high school reunion.
It's amazing. But it is important to remember that these are just individual experiences, and results can vary a lot from person to person.
That's true. What works for one person might not work the same way for another. I mean, there are so many factors that can influence how our bodies respond to these types of products.
Oh, absolutely. Things like genetics, lifestyle, diet, even stress levels can all have an impact.
Right. It's definitely not one size fits all. But speaking of reducing risk, they do offer a 180-day money-back guarantee. That's pretty generous.
Yeah, it is. That kind of guarantee definitely shows that they have confidence in their product.
Makes you wonder. Okay, so let's recap. Nagano Tonic has this unique blend of traditional and modern ingredients. They're making these bold claims using really compelling marketing, and they offer a generous guarantee. But the big question is, does it actually work?
That's what everyone wants to know. And I think based on what we've seen, the answer is maybe.
Maybe. That's not very helpful.
Well, it's complicated. There's definitely research to support the potential benefits of a lot of the individual ingredients. And the concept of food synergy is really fascinating, and it definitely needs more research.
So you're saying it's possible that this specific combination of ingredients could create a synergistic effect that leads to even better results.
It is possible, but we need more research to know for sure.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners? What should they remember from all of this?
I think the main thing to remember is that Nagano Tonic is an interesting product with unique ingredients that have shown some promise in research. But we need more studies to know if this specific combination and the dosages in this tonic actually deliver the amazing results they're claiming.
So it's not some miracle cure, but it could be a helpful tool for people who are trying to improve their health and wellness.
Exactly. And I think that message of empowerment is so important. It's not about just relying on a magic potion. It's about taking charge of your health and well-being.
I love that. Knowledge is power, right? And now our listeners have the information to decide if Nagano Tonic is right for them.
And no matter what you choose, commitment is key. Consistent, healthy habits, a balanced diet,